What did you make of Jacob Rees-Mogg there? He sounds quite sanguine about a cliff edge almost.
Well, I think what business is looking for at this point is stability and continuity, because what financial and related professional services firms do is service customers and clients, and so continuity and stability is absolutely vital.
Are you calling for a transitional agreement?
Yes, we are. That is a really important thing. We need to make sure that there's a bridging and an adaptation period or implementation period that allows business continuity. And again, going back to customers and clients, that's what this industry is focused in on.
So these comments from Sir John Griffith-Jones, do you take any comfort from the fact that the regulator is preparing along those lines?
Well, the regulator requires the firms that it regulates to provide details of the plans that it has for any risk or factor in the future that will require significant changes to business planning. It's right that business looks at risk, surveys the future, and of course what business does is prepare for the worst but hope for the best. So this is a natural business planning cycle.
Do you worry, though, that regulators like the FCA are sufficiently well staffed to not only carry out their day-to-day job, oversight of financial markets and so forth, whilst at the same time looking ahead towards Brexit?
One of the things that the TheCityUK has called for recently is a renewed partnership between government, regulators and business. And if one's looking to futurescape, that is a really important thing to bear in mind.
And what about your membership, the banks, fund managers, insurance companies and so forth? What did they make of Boris Johnson's comments earlier this week that the government's made no contingency plans for a cliff edge?
Well, at the end of the day, business is about continuity, and that's what business is focused in on at the moment. This is not a time to play big-ticket politics. This is a time for the business community to focus on doing what the business community does best and provide the best service to its customers and clients.
What's going on behind the scenes, though, Gary? I mean, are the FCA calling people like you in regularly and saying, right, what are you doing? I mean, we know the Bank of England's doing that. Is the FCA on that sort of case as well?
Yes, there's a very rich dialogue between the regulators and the industry. The TheCityUK regularly sees both the PRA and the FCA to discuss these issues. We have been involved in identifying issues and also proposing some solutions to the issues that we've identified on behalf of the industry. And
what about Brussels? Is there much dialogue there? Because clearly our leaving has a huge impact on Brussels as well, because the city is Europe's premier financial centre.
You made a really key point there, and with London and the UK being not just the world's leading international financial centre, but Europe's financial centre too, Brussels, the EU member states need to focus in on that, because that is where their businesses also get world-class services from finance and related professional services.
All right, we've got to leave it there, I'm afraid. Gary Campkin from TheCityUK, thanks for joining me.